So yeah. Fuck. Anyways, yeah. So if you can't tell, hey, I'm back. So yeah. So yeah, apparently Nimbus screen recorder is shit now because in order for you to have videos longer than 5 minutes, you have to pay or go pro. You have to go pro. Premium. So I deleted that shit and now I'm with this one. Scree.io. Anyway, that's not the only reason, okay? Fucking hell. Okay, yeah. You know what I mean. Anyways, Nimbus screen recorder is done now. We've been through so much. That happened. Anyways, yeah. Today, welcome to another episode on Kaiju Wars. Today we have King Kong from 1962 going against Mukadender. Now, applying to the Ultraman rule I made, if it looks weird and it has a pretty generic name, 90% of the time it's probably an Ultraman monster. I mean, Mukadender. If it looks weird, yeah, it looks like a dick, and just some other aspects of it. I mean, look at this. Look at this. If you're a kaiju fanatic, and you know pretty much all the genres of kaiju, and you saw this, you would probably suspect that this guy's from the Ultraman series. Anyways, let's just get started. King Kong, 1962. So apparently Toho bought the right, and back in 1962, Toho bought the rights to use King Kong, and yeah. King Kong is protector of Skull Island and the giant simp monkey. Yeah, that's it. He's also a giant monkey, yeah. That's it. Meanwhile, Muka frickin' Dender. He lives underground at the Hachiman Shrine in Mount Yahata Gatake. Mukadender is just giant snake. I don't know. I don't know how to describe him at all. He's like this giant awkward dragon, I guess. I don't know. I mean, for literally his hands are right at his ass. What am I supposed to describe him? Okay, you want fuck it. Let's just get into the stats. King Kong can be up to around 147 feet tall and weigh around 22,000 tons. Meanwhile, Mukadender, on the other hand, can be up to around 193, feet tall, and can weigh around 40,000 tons. So we can see that Mukadender is just around like 2 times as heavier and also like 40 feet taller. But will that change the tide of battle? I don't know. Let's get into their weapons and abilities. Now, King Kong. Besides from headbutting, biting, kicking, stomping, headbutting, throwing rocks, he also has incredible strength, able to tackle Godzilla down a cliff. He has a lot of intelligence, so he's big brain. He also has a lot of durability since he survived point blank range of Godzilla's atomic breath, which is pretty impressive. He also has an electrical affinity, so that means if he gets struck by lightning, he can gain those electric powers and use it as his own, so he can deliver electric punches. Yeah, that's it. Mukadender, on the other hand, yeah, he can shoot flames. He has a whip hands. He can deliver the deadliest backhands ever. You can also shoot webs out of his mouth to immobilize his opponents. He can also burrow underground. Oh yeah, Mukadender can also shoot a short burst fireball if he needs a hasty escape. Or just, make a quick attack. And also his most weirdest ability, Headlight Separation. Don't know what that is? Let me explain it to you. Mukadender can separate it in two at the base of his neck, allowing him to remove the neck and head of his body and still attack enemies with it, overcoming his foes with a 2-on-1 attack style. Mukadender's body and head can still remain alive and can continue to attack opponents. So that means you can just attach his neck and head, and then the neck, and the whole entire head neck area section can attack his opponents, while the other one, the body and leg area and tail start to attack the other. So basically, he could just create his second opponent, his second ally by just boop his head. Yeah, okay. But he has a weakness, though. If separated, damage to Mukadender's head is felt by his body as well. Its actions such as it being thrown into the air. While the head or body can live on following its counterpart's destruction while separated, any damage to the head will briefly stun the body, giving opponents a chance to defeat one or the other without the other piece interfering. So yeah, weakness there. So both combatants are set. Let's just see how would they defeat each other. Well, King Kong has to defeat Mukadender by snapping his head or getting into the brain or something. But if Mukadender can attach, then King Kong's fucked, everyone. Mukadender, on the other hand, just has to spam fireballs and fire breaths everywhere and just burn Kong into a rotisserie chicken. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. We analyzed the fighters, and the combatants are set. Yeah, Mukadender can also bite, headbutt, stomp, kick, tail slap. Yeah. Combatants are set. Let's just get into the fight. This fight takes place in the Australian outback. Let's get into it. A lone family is going through the Australian outback in search for the thylacine, or the Tasmanian tiger. And then all of a sudden, they hear a mighty roar from a giant what? They look and see, and then one of the kids shout, "Holy crap! It's a Yowie!" If you don't know, Yowie is Australian Bigfoot, basically. But then out of nowhere, King Kong beats his chest, and he starts taunting this giant thing. The family stop the car and looks back and sees that a giant dildo shaped freaking lizard. It starts flailing its arms everywhere. It starts spewing fire. And then the dad says, "God damn it, there's already a lot of fire here already. Why are they spewing more?" And then Mukadender roars at the giant ape. And then the family gets stomped on by Mukadender. Yeah. The end. But not the end for the monsters. King Kong then beats his chest and grabs the smashed up car, and jams it into the mouth of Mukadender. Mukadender spits it back out with fiery combustion, and it hits Kong's in the flying flaming debris hits Kong in the chest. King Kong flicks off the fiery debris and then shakes his hands before pimp slapping the giant Mukadender. Mukadender shrieks in pain as it stings his face, but then Mukadender then bites into the hand of Kong. King Kong starts karate chopping Mukadender's neck, but Mukadender then slaps him with his whip hand. It's just a full-on slapping battle. Kangaroos are like fleeing everywhere. King Kong beats his chest, and then like a pro wrestling move, he goes behind Mukadender and freaking picks him up and pile drives him through the Australian dirt and sand. Mukadender then kicks Kong in the chest, knocking him down, before Mukadender gets up and burrows away. But then, surprisingly, Kong regains his consciousness and grabs Mukadender by the tail before yanking him out. Mukadender screeches before getting yanked out like a freaking cat in a hole. That doesn't make any sense. Yeet! Kong throws Mukadender into a couple of trees and bushes and shrubs. This injures Mukadender, but not by much. But then Mukadender starts spewing fireballs and starts spamming it. Kong is getting burned, dodges some, but gets hit by most of them. But then Kong tries to find something to hit Mukadender with, but it's no use. Mukadender then ties up both of his feet with his webbing. Kong is struggling, so he takes off the webbing, but it's a little sticky. It sticks to his damn hand. Mukadender then crawls over and pins him down on his back. King Kong is trying to escape, but then miraculously, just like plot armor, he somehow manages to escape and starts choking Mukadender. But then Mukadender detaches his body. And Mukadender starts like freaking using his neck as a mallet, slamming his freaking neck onto the balls of King Kong. Yeah, it's pretty weird. Kong lets go of the giant detached head, and Mukadender's head starts hopping away like a kangaroo. Meanwhile, his body starts slapping the shit out of King Kong, while the other head just bites King Kong in the ass. King Kong is getting attacked from both sides, and he can't do anything. But then he's got the bright idea and grabs the head. He grabs the head and starts punching him in the head. But this stuns the body. The giant monkey then puts two and two together and then realizes, oh my god, I could just. So he starts beating the head even more and stuns the head. But then he uses the head as a freaking weapon and starts slamming down the body, using the neck to slam down Mukadender's body. Mukadender's body starts getting destroyed and everything. But that's when Mukadender's head had enough and then bites and rips off an entire hand of King Kong. King Kong eats it whole. King Kong roars in pain and drops the giant, the giant head. Before, writhing in pain. Mukadender's head then attaches back to his no. Yeah. Mukadender's head attaches back to his body before doing the ultimate combo move of slapping and shooting flames everywhere. Kong is fucked. He's getting burned, he's getting charred, and he's like roaring in pain and pretty much everything. Mukadender, on the other hand, he's literally laughing at the pain of King Kong. He's a fucking sadist. Kong finally just gives up on life and just dies right there. It was too much. Mukadender checks to see if the burnt ape is dead, but he's pretty sure he is. So he just snaps his neck for good measure before devouring the charred and all black flesh of what was once the protector of Skull Island. Also giant simp monkey. Verdict. In a fight between King Kong and Mukadender, I think Mukadender would win. Mukadender, he can be OP at times, but his attacks are pretty much just a double-edged sword. Once King Kong realizes that the head inflicts damage to the body too and briefly stuns it, he's probably going to use that to his advantage. But eventually Mukadender will just overpower Kong in the long run. But hey, this is just my opinion. Who do you think would have won this fight? King Kong or Mukadender? Bye-bye. I'll see you guys later. Oh yeah, I forgot. Bye-bye.